Hello everyone, welcome all of you in my YouTube channel Rudra Study Circle. Here I am going to present central difference interpolation, Stirling formula. We have the Newton forward formula, Newton backward formula, and this is the central difference interpolation formula we have. So we should know when you use that forward, when backward, when central difference formula. Suppose this is the given data set and you want to find the value of y at the point which is near to the initial point, somewhere like between x0 to x2. So use the Newton forward formula. When your required point near to the end point, somewhere here in this range x4 to x6, suppose you want to find the value of y at the point which is in middle x4 to x6 near to the end point, so use the Newton backward formula. And when you want to find the value of y at the point which is lie in the middle range of given data set, so use the central difference formula. So first we try to understand the central difference table. Suppose this is the given data set x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 and x4, y4. So this is the given data set. Now we are trying to find the value of y at somewhere here between x2 and x3. So what we do here, we take x2 is the central point. You can take x3 also, anything you can take, either x2 or x3. So x2 is the central point. The central point will denote at x0. Okay. And after point, this is the x1, this is the x2, and here we'll have x minus 1 and x minus 2. Similarly, we can write for y also. So y2 is the your y0, this is the y1, this is the y2, this is the y minus 1, this is the y minus 2. So this is the new notation by assuming x2 is the central point. So let us try to write the central difference table. So we have x minus 2, x minus 1, x0, x1 and x2. Fine. Then we have y minus 2, y minus 1, y0, y1 and y2. So the first column will be delta of y minus 2. So this is equal to y minus 1 minus y minus 2, like forward difference. And here delta y minus 1 equal to y0 minus y minus 1. And then we have delta y0 means y1 minus y0, and delta y1 will be y2 minus y0. Then we have the delta square. So delta square y minus 2 equal to delta y minus 1 minus delta y minus 2. And delta square y minus 1 equal to delta y0 minus delta y minus 1. And delta square y0 equal to delta of y1 minus delta of y0. Then we can have delta cube here. So delta cube y minus 2 equal to delta square y minus 1 minus delta square y minus 2. And delta 3 y minus 1 equal to delta square y0 minus delta square y minus 1. Delta power 4. So delta power 4 y minus 2 equal to delta cube y minus 1 minus delta cube y minus 2. So this is your central difference table. Now we'll write the Stirling formula based on this table. So that is very simple. The first term will be y0 in the Stirling formula, and second term will be average of these two terms. After that again we will have this is the first term, second term, third term we have delta square y1 minus 1 minus 1. Then again next term we have the average of these two terms. Then again we have this last term. So this is the way: first term average of these two terms, again this single term, again average of these two terms, again single term, like that we have. So this is the arrow notation for the Stirling formula. Now let me write the Stirling formula here. Y equal to y0 first term plus p and average of these two terms. So this will be delta y minus 1 plus delta y0 by 2. Fine. Then we'll move further, plus delta square y minus 1. So we have p square by 2, and delta square y minus 1 plus now average of these two terms. So we have p and p square minus 1 and average of these two terms, delta cube y minus 1 plus delta cube y minus 2 by 2 divided by factorial 3 we have, and then plus p square 1 divided by factorial 4, here factorial 3, and delta power 4 y minus 2 plus dot dot dot. So this is Stirling formula, y0 plus p. First let me define what is the p here. So p equal to x minus x0 by h. X minus x0 by h. X is the our required point, x0 is the first point, h is the length of between 2 points of x. So Stirling formula y0 plus average of these two terms plus the single term, again average of these two terms, single term, like that. So this is a Stirling formula. Now let us try to solve one problem based on the Stirling formula. So this is the problem. This is a given data set and we need to find the value of y at x equal to 9. So your 9 lie here only between 8 to 12. So we are going to use the central difference. 8 we take that x0 and this will be the y0. So let us write a first difference table, then we'll move a Stirling formula. So the difference table x and y. So difference table we have x here and we have y. So x equal to 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, and y will be 14, 24, 32, 35, 40. So we have now your required point is 9. So this we take the x0. So this corresponding we have this y0 So this is the y minus 1, this is the y minus 2, this is the y1, this is the y2. Fine. So now first table delta we can have. So delta y minus 2, so this equal to 24 minus 14 10, and delta y minus 1 equal to 8, and delta y0 equal to 3, and delta y1 equal to 5. So first column, second column delta square. So delta square y minus 2 equal to 8 minus 10 minus 2, and delta square y minus 1 equal to 3 minus 8 minus 5, and delta square y0 equal to 2. Now delta cube equal to, so delta cube y minus 2 equal to minus 3, and delta cube y minus 1 equal to minus 5, 2 7, 2 minus 5 7, and the last delta power 4 equal to delta power 4 y minus 2 equal to 10. So this is the central difference table for the given problem. Now let me write the Stirling formula. So let me make the arrow x0 here, then we have average of del y0 del y1, then we have delta square y0, then average of these two, then we have single term. So Stirling formula, y equal to y0 plus p and delta y minus 1 delta y0 by 2 plus p square by 2 delta square y minus 1 plus, I'll write here, p square minus 1 factorial 3 and delta cube minus 1 plus delta cube y minus 2 divided by 2 plus p square minus 1 by factorial 4 and delta power 4 y minus 2. So this is your Stirling formula. So p equal to here, p equal to x minus x0 by h. So x is the required point 9, x0 is the 8, 9 minus 8 by h equal to here we have 4, so 1 by 4. So p equal to 1 by 4. So now let me write that all these values. So y equal to y0. So y0 we have y0 is 32. So 32, y0 is a 32 plus p equal to 1 by 4 here, 1 by 4, p equal to 1 by 4 here, and average of del y minus 1 del y0. So 8 plus 3, so you can see here 8 plus 3, 11 by 2, so here we have 11 by 2, 11 by 2 plus p square by 2 means 1 by 16 p square and 1 by 2, and delta square y minus 1 means minus 5 here, minus 5, so I can write minus 5 here plus we have p, next time we have p means 1 by 4 and p square minus 1 means minus 15 by 16 into factorial 3 means 1 by 6 into average of this delta q y minus 1 plus delta q y minus 2 by 2. So average of these two means what we get, already we have here. So 7 minus 3, 4 by 2, we get 2 actually, 2. So we can write here the last term is 2, and next we have plus p square means 1 by 16, and p square minus 1 means minus 15 by 16 into factorial 4 means 1 upon 14 factorial 4, so 24, and delta power 4 y minus 2 is 10. So this is the calculation we have. Now if you simplify, so we get the 33.1162. So this is your answer. Thank you.